Hi everybody, my name is Lynn McDonald and I'm going to be explaining to you how to successfully launch your business and also what to do after you've launched to have your business become successful at the level that you want it to be. One of the things I would definitely recommend is to go into Elite Academy Facebook group and to look for the guide that's in there in the file section called Start Strong Guide. All the information to get started is in there. This video will act as a summary, and all the other information that you will want to have a read through will be in that document. So Elite Academy, in the file section, Start Strong Guide. So the first things first that you want to do is register as a distributor and then get your products. Some of you may already have products, others you might still need to be getting them, and others may want to try some other products. But either way, you want to register as a distributor so that you have your own website, access to your own virtual office, and then you are also on the products to be a product of the product. The second thing you want to do is have a game plan with your sponsor. So what essentially that is a chat between you and the person that introduced you to the business. It may be done on FaceTime, it could be face-to-face, you could be in your own kitchen. It doesn't really matter, but the purpose of it is for you to understand why you're actually doing this business, and so your sponsor understands as well what you actually want to achieve, how much money you want to earn from it, what you want to get out of it for you and your family and your lifestyle, and really getting to grips with why you're doing it and what you want to achieve, and also the speed at which you're doing it, because it's good for your sponsor to understand if you're going to do this at a slower pace or you're going to do it at a faster pace. And the beauty of this business is you can get exactly what you want from this, and you can do it at any speed that you like. It's entirely up to you, so that's great. And then your sponsor will talk you through how to launch and what to do moving forward at that game plan as well. And I would organise that as soon as possible. As soon as you decide you're going to be part of this business and you've registered as a distributor, I would be arranging that ASAP. I wouldn't wait a week to 2 weeks to get in front of them. You can simply do it on FaceTime like I mentioned. So that's the second thing. The third thing is I would definitely recommend that you get Jim Rohn, How to Build a Network Marketing Business. It's free on YouTube, it's there on audio, you can get it on iTunes, you can buy the CD, you can get it all over the place. How to Build a Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. And I would just use that as your Bible for now and all time. Lots of top leaders in network marketing talk about Jim Rohn, How to Build a Network Marketing Business, and it will serve you well in letting you know what happens when you start to build this, what happens along the way, what happens at the beginning. And I listen to it to this day still and will continue to listen to it. So I would definitely recommend getting that and listening to it or reading it, or however you want to have it, as soon as possible. So the fourth thing is you're going to start writing your list. So this is people that you want to share the products and the opportunity with. I wouldn't discount anybody, because anybody can benefit from these products and anybody can benefit from this opportunity should they choose to do so. So I wouldn't start like ruling people out by they don't have enough money or they don't know enough people. That's not really any of our business. Our business is to share what the products are doing for us, what the opportunity is doing for us, why we're excited, and let other people make their own decisions. So I would know anybody down on your list, friends, family, people you love, people you care about, people that you want to share this with, other people you don't even know whether they'll be interested in the product or the opportunity. I would just start writing a list, you've probably already started it anyway, of people that you're going to be sharing this with, without judgment. And then the next thing you're going to do, number 5, you're going to launch your business, and it could not be easier, and it's super exciting. So we've got a Facebook group called Elite Preview Group that you probably are already added to. And what you want to do is you want to invite ideally 20 people. So to get 20, you probably need to invite more than that onto your launch of that night. So every single Sunday night at 8 o'clock, we do a live Facebook in that group, Elite Preview Group, and it allows you to come on, to invite your guests on, and you're going to speak as Emma Snedden will as well. Emma Snedden's our PMD, Presidential Marketing Director. If you've not met her, you will at some point moving forward. And she introduces the product, she introduces the business opportunity, she'll introduce the people that are launching on that night so they can do a little 2-minute story of why they've got involved, and all your guests can be watching it at the same time from the comfort of their couch. It's never been easier. And what you want to do is you simply want to word it something along the lines of this: I'm starting a new venture, I'm super excited, I would love your support, it would mean the world to me. Would you jump on a Facebook group that I'll add you to on Sunday night at 8 o'clock, and you can have a little listen to me, and I'm going to be speaking to thanks so much for your support. That's what I would do. I would contact them personally. I would invite them. I would ask for their support and say it means the world to you. You don't need to go into massive detail about product, business, opportunity, anything like that. You're not even necessarily looking for anything from them other than their support at this stage. So I would book in the first Sunday night that you can and get your story prepped. So you're going to invite your people, you're going to ask for their support and mean the world to you for them to jump on and just simply listen. And then you're going to add them to the group, because you'll need to actually physically add them into the group like you would any other group. And then you're going to do your own 2-minute story. So Emma will do what's called a joint Facebook Live, and there might be more than one person launching that night, where she'll be speaking, and then once it's time for you to share your 2-minute story, she'll simply ask you to comment in the comment section of the live. She'll be able to see your name, but she'll know in advance that you're launching, and then she'll click your name and up will come you once you've accepted it on the screen at the same time as her, and then you'll be able to share your story. So your story you already know right now. You don't need to spend like the next 2 weeks prepping it. Your story is simply, what have the products done for you so far? Your story will be different to everybody else's, and whatever it is will be absolutely brilliant and accurate and correct, because it's yours. So it's what the products have done for you, how you're feeling, why you decided to get on them if you're just new on them, why you decided to get involved with the business, what you're excited about. And if I asked you that right now, you could tell me that right now in a couple of minutes during the conversation. That's exactly what your story needs to be on the night. So I would get your guests invited, I would add them to the group, and I would maybe, if you need some notes, just write down a couple of notes of what your story is, what the products have done for you, what they're doing for you moving forward, what you want to achieve on your health journey, why you got involved with the business, what you're excited about, and just share that with people. Every single person is nervous, everybody, including me when I did mine, and that's totally normal. And the way that I think that means is you care. You care whether it works, you care what you're doing here, and you care about giving great information and great products and a great opportunity to other people as well. So that's just normal. But sometimes you have to put your big girl pants on and just kind of like suck it up and go and do it. So that's your launch. How exciting. So let me just double check, because I've made some notes here. I don't want to leave anything out. So yeah, so that's your launch in your business. And then what you can do on Facebook is you can create a couple of curiosity posts in the run up to the launch, like, can't believe what I'm doing a new venture, how exciting, or I'm really excited about what's coming up this weekend, or launch night on Sunday, so happy about this. You don't want to give the game away, you want to create a bit of curiosity, so people are like, what are you actually doing, Lynn? What is it that you're doing that you're so excited about, or what's going on here? Or they'll kind of be looking out for whatever else that you're going to be posting. So I would do that, and then be careful with Facebook and this, or Instagram, or whatever social media you use, if you choose to use that to build your business, because you don't want to become a Just Plus shop. I never really use the word Just Plus. I do share the products, I share the opportunity, I share my lifestyle, I share my own health journey, I share what the business is doing for me, but I don't mention Just Plus, because some people think they already know what it is. Some people are a bit bored with being sold to. People love to buy, but they don't love to be constantly sold to. And people buy from people. So they want to know, what's it doing for you? What's it done for you? What could it do for them? And that's it. So tell them the why a lot of the time on Facebook and not the what. But just commit to learning the best way to use social media as you go along, because you don't know everything all at the beginning. I certainly didn't, and a lot of the girls in the team don't at the very, very beginning. It's about learning as you go, but just commit to never being a Just Plus shop and to learning social media and the best way to use it so that you can build your business if that's the way you want to build it as well. Obviously, you can go out and build it by doing events. You can build it by face-to-face. You can do it all that way as well as using social media. Social media is everywhere and everybody's on it, so it's quick and it's easy, and you can do it from your couch, from a coffee shop, from your car, from the bath, wherever you want to do it. So it's super, super easy. So that's your curiosity post. And also, you don't need to wait until you're launched to start talking to people. You could be starting talking to people about the products already. You can be sharing your own health journey. You could be sharing why you're getting involved with this. You might even have orders before you're launched. So you don't need to just wait until you're launched. You can be speaking to people in the run-up, should you choose to do so, about what the products are doing for you, what you're getting involved with, and sharing information, and use your sponsor to ask, what should I share with this person I've just spoke to, if it's prior to your launch. So then after your launch, you're going to follow up with people. And it's pure and simply as easy as having a conversation with them. So it's very much going to be, What did you think about Sunday night? I was so nervous. Did I come across that way? I'm really excited about what I'm doing. You're just being a human being and opening up a conversation. You're not going in necessarily just to sell at them. You want to know what they thought of it, what they thought of you. Did you come across as nervous, or whatever way it was actually going on? And just open up a conversation, because really you're looking to help that person by sharing the products and sharing the opportunity. I use 3 questions quite a lot. When I'm having a conversation and you're just being normal and human and chatting about how you're getting on and what are you doing and what's happening in your life and how are you feeling and all that kind of stuff, right, back and forward. If it appears that they've said to me they don't have any energy, they want to lose weight, they just don't feel themselves anymore, they've got whatever. People tell you lots about what's going on with their health, and they tell you lots about what's going on with their lifestyle, whether they don't like their job or they're always skint at the end of the month or whatever it is. That's just normal conversations in life, right? So when people tell me that, when I'm opening up a conversation, whether it's on a PM on Facebook and meeting them at a coffee shop, wherever, I normally would use say 3 things. One of them would be, I may have something that would help you with that if it's to do with health. If they're talking about not having enough money at the end of the month and maybe looking for a new job, or they would love to be working from home or whatever, I would then say, I may have something that you would be interested in. And then the third thing, how I use it, is I would say to people, who do you know that would be interested in really amazing health products to feel great and potentially an amazing opportunity that they can work from their mobile phone anywhere they like and build it globally if they want to do that? And some people go, well, I might be interested in that. So those are 3 good ways of kind of starting to introduce Just Plus when you're having a conversation with people. And you're going to be sticking to your sponsor like glue for the first 30 to 60 days from when you join, because you want to learn everything they know. You want to get your business built up to 2 levels. One of the first one is DD, direct distributor, and the second one is SDD, which is senior direct distributor. Now, your sponsor will work with you and show you how to get up to those levels, but certainly initially when you're excited and it's all new and all your network are hearing this all for the first time from you, you want to get to these 2 levels as soon as you can. Some people have done it in a few days, others take a couple of months. It's entirely up to you how long you want to take to do it, but either way you want to definitely be getting to those levels, and your sponsor will explain how to get to those levels and the points that you need and what that translates into orders and what that will mean for you with regards to income and bonuses and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's exciting. Right, let me see if there's anything else that I need to cover here. Yes, there's a few Facebook groups that you want to be part of. The ones that you probably already are part of are our Rock and Body Company page. So that's where you can get as active as you want, share your own journey, add your own customers, add any prospects. There's another great group for people that are interested in the products that want to look at other people's results, and that is Just Plus Testimonials page. That's a great group. Also, the Elite Academy group is our own business group. So this is all our team and Emma's, and she constantly keeps us updated on what's going on and what trainings are happening and what different hints and tips and trainings, and to build your business, build yourself, and to build your customers bank as well. So that's definitely something I would get into the habit of checking daily for sure. Elite Academy, and you should be added to that already. If you're not, make sure your sponsor adds you to that. And there's another group called Just Plus Financial Freedom, and that's John Holloway's group, and you'll come across John, and he's super successful in the business, and he does a lot of ad hoc lives and ad hoc trainings in there that will really help you build your business. So that's 2 groups for your own business that I would definitely be involved with. And then the Elite Preview group that I've already mentioned is where you can be inviting people on that to read about what other people have done by joining the business, what it's done for their lifestyles. You can invite people on that obviously for your launch, but any Sunday after you've launched, you can be inviting people to listen to other people's launches, to listen to the opportunity call, to see if it might be something for them. So that's definitely a resource to use all of the time moving forward for sure. So that's the Rock and Body page and the Just Plus Testimonials page, and they're mostly customer based, but definitely use and get active on our Rock and Body page. The more your customers see you as living the mission and being part of a health journey and sharing and adding tons of value, the better it will be for your whole business. So Rock and Body page, Just Plus Testimonials, and then the business pages our Elite Academy, this is our team pages, and I would check that daily. And then Just Plus Financial Freedom, which is something that ad hoc you'll probably use for training purposes moving forward. And then the Elite Preview group that I've mentioned that you'll be launching your business on first of all, and you'll help your new teammates when they come along to launch on there, and you can invite guests moving forward too. So that's that. So after launch, obviously, you're going to follow up. You're going to stick to your sponsor like glue, and you're going to gain everything that you need to get yourself to DD and to SDD. But there's 5 key things after you've launched that you want to make sure that you do with your business regularly. They are absolutely key and fundamental for your business to run successfully, regardless of the level that you want to build your business to. So the first one is your own product business story. So this is making sure that you've got a really great product business story. Some people call it 60 seconds. Some people just call it your own 2-minute product business story. It depends how much you can pack into like a minute or 2 minutes. But essentially, it's going to be exactly what you spoke about on your launch, because that's what you're going to start sharing with people all the time. You're going to share it with them when they're asking you, what are you doing these days? You're going to share it with you when they say, how are you looking so great? You're going to share it when you meet somebody in a cafe. You're going to share it online in private message, Facebook, you name it, right? Because that's pretty much the main way that you'll be building your business. And it involves exactly what I've mentioned for your launch. What have the products been doing for you? How are you feeling? What are you going to be achieving on your own health journey? Why did you join the business? Why are you excited about it? What's it doing for you or done for you so far, and what's it going to do, right? And your story is absolutely fab because it's your story, and people want to know why you're doing it, and then what would it do for them? So you've got to start with your own story. So I would take a note, make sure that you've got it the way you want it, and you'll probably add to it as time goes on and tweak it slightly. But I would definitely, number one, after your launch, make sure you've got a really great product business story that you're going to be sharing regularly and consistently. The key to this business is to do income producing activity consistently every single day to be building your business. So that's number one. The second one is a really good, what we call a DMO, daily method of operation, and your sponsor will help you with that. And that's simply the key things that you're going to do within your day to build your business. And there's a few key things. And your sponsor, as I said, will speak to you about that. And the key things would be, how many times are you going to post on Facebook so people start to see you, they see your health journey, and you're going to learn how to really work social media along the way as well. They see a bit about some products, about what it's doing for your life without being a Just Plus robot or a Just Plus shop. So how many times are you going to sponsor? And most people suggest that it should be a minimum of 3, but you want to work up to that if you're nowhere near that. Then the second thing would be, how many people are you going to speak to a day about the products and about the opportunity? And again, I would suggest a minimum of 3 would be great for that. And then you want to be thinking about, how many people are you going to start chatting to? So maybe you say like 10 people every single day I'm going to connect with on Facebook, and just reconnect with them. Just have a chat. Just, how are you getting on? I saw you pop up there on my Facebook, and just start networking and reconnecting with people. Now, the conversation might go towards the product and the opportunity, but it might not. But it's so important to really get out and start chatting to people, or stay in and start chatting to people on Facebook or whatever, or text message, or on the phone, or wherever you want to do it, to really have that network out there building as you move forward. And then you want to be adding people to your Facebook regularly, because if Facebook is the way that you want to build this business, then you want to make sure that you max up to the maximum amount of friends that you could have, which is 5,000. So if you've got 300 friends on your Facebook right now, that's great, but you're only talking to a percentage of that number, not all of them, because not everybody sees all your posts. So you want to be getting into the habit of adding lots of new people per day, and your sponsor or your upline will be able to advise you on the best way to do that. You could look at mutual friends to see if you know anybody. You'll see people popping up in groups that you start to connect with. There's tons and various different ways, but ask. That's the key thing for all of this. Ask as many questions as you need to build your business to the level that you want to build it to. So that's the things. Number of posts per day, number of people you're going to speak to per day, the number of chats and conversations you're going to be having, reconnecting, and the number of ads as well. And what I would say is, make sure if you've only got a limited period of time to build this business, you pure and simply concentrate on the income producing activity, which is sharing your product and your business story with as many people as you possibly can, and then giving them the information that they need, whether it's add them to a page, tag them in a post, send them information via email or text message or private message or whatever it is these days. So that leads me on nicely to number 3, which is your toolkit. So you've got so many resources you're going to learn along the way. One of them is the Rock and Body page you already know. You can add people to that are interested, or you can add your customers to that. You can tag them on posts. There is a post on there that I do, which is telling people all about the products. There's the post on there that tells them all about our cleanse. There's so much information on there. In the file section, there's so much information on our 2-week eating plan, our 80-20 plan, our recipes, various different things. So there's so much you can be adding people to on that. You can also add them, like I mentioned, to the Juice Plus testimonial page, which if they want to see different people with the same issue that they've got and how they got on with the products. There's over 250,000 people on there, and any kind of condition I've seen on there, from weight loss to energy levels being low, from chronic fatigue to IBS to everything in between, from one end of the spectrum to the other, including children and adults and whatever. So I would go on and have a little look at that, and you can add people to that. Your own website obviously has lots of information, as does your own virtual office. And also on your website are the 35 medical journals of proven what Juice Plus is proven to do. So you can send the link of that to people. You can do whatever you need to be sending them from all the massive amount of information that's on there. We've got a elite preview group that I mentioned if people want to hear about different people that are building the business and what they're doing and why they've got involved and what it's done for them. And obviously they can hear the lives every Sunday nights, or the ones that are already there that are recorded. The Juice Plus YouTube channel has tons and tons of information from Juice Plus. I would use the proper Juice Plus ones, not anything that's made by anybody else. And you can send them links and all that kind of stuff. But the most powerful thing will be your own story, because people that you're talking to are buying you. So they want to know what it's done for you and therefore what it could do for them. So do not discount that you simply getting on a phone or a FaceTime with them or sharing with them in a coffee shop what it's doing for you, how you're feeling and what it's done moving forward, what it's going to be doing moving forward. That is huge. That's absolutely massive. So number 4 is events, and number 5 is customer service. So number 4 is get to as many events as you can. Get on all the Zoom trainings that are available to you. So every single Tuesday we do a Zoom training. One Tuesday it's my smaller team group, our smaller team group, at 9 o'clock, and then the following Tuesday it's 8 o'clock and it's the whole wider team with Emma. Then the following Tuesday it's back to us, and the following Tuesday it's Emma. So I would just commit every Tuesday night to just know that you do training every Tuesday night, and you do it from the comfort of your own house or wherever you want, because it will be all online. And when you join our team's team chat, you'll be able to be informed of where they are and when they are, but all the details will be on the pages, the Elite Academy page, and on our team's team chat. So you'll be reminded that it's tonight at this time and it's tonight at that time and whatever. But I would just put in your diary every Tuesday and commit to that. And I would also commit to every Sunday night being on the opportunity calls and inviting people on that too. What more of a simpler way to build your business than sitting in the house and getting on a Facebook Live whilst you're sitting on the couch. And then there'll be other ad hoc calls moving forward as well that you'll see being announced on Elite Academy. You'll see them being announced on our team chat. And I would just get on as many of them as you can. I would get to as many events as you can. If there's smaller events happening in your area, I would get to them. I would also get to the point that you might want to do events yourself. And any of the larger trainings, whether it's a social media training, whether it's a larger Juice Plus conference that happens twice a year, our next one, they're normally in February and October of each year. So I would get to as much as you can and commit to growing yourself and your business at the same time. Absolutely. Various things happen at these events. From your own belief will increase. You'll get tons of social proof in what's possible with the products and with the business. People will see you going to these on Facebook, and it'll mean that it's not just you that's doing the business. They'll see all these other people involved with you. So I cannot tell you how important it is to be on every Zoom and to get to every single possible event that you could possibly get to on planet Earth. So there you go. And number 5 is look after your customers. So there's a really great book called Raven Fans, and I would recommend you get that. It's short, it's tiny, you would probably do it in the night. And what it talks about is creating Raven Fans. So you want to give massive value to your customers. You want to be contributing on the Rock and Body page and adding value. You want to be sharing on your own Facebook or wherever you're doing it, what your mission is, what your healthy living is, what you're doing, how you're getting on. You do not need to be perfect to start. You simply need to get started and share your own story, and you'll no idea the types of people that you'll start inspiring along the way. And adding tons of value to your customers, looking after them, making sure that you give them more than what they would ever expect will mean that they'll stay with you, and they'll probably start recommending people to you, and some of them will probably join your team as well. So I cannot tell you enough how important it is to really, really give amazing customer service beyond belief. And we've got lots of different things that we do in the team that you'll see as we move forward to really make sure that we're providing a ton of value every single day for our customers. Right, so to finish off, I just want to mention 3 last things. So you're going to do your launch. You're going to get up to speed on that. You're going to stick to your sponsor like glue. You're going to do your follow-up afterwards. And then you're going to get your 5 things organised. So that's your product, your business story, your DMO that I mentioned, your I'm missing things here because I've spoken so much. Your events, make sure you go to all the events and you're registered on all the Facebook pages and you know what's happening like I mentioned, and then your customer service, right? So that's what you're going to do. Pause this video, re-listen to it at any point. If this is so much information at the beginning, simply listen to the first part of how to launch and then stop it there. And then once you've launched, come back to the second part. Absolutely fine. So 3 things. You will hear a couple of things regularly, and these are the questions I get asked quite a bit, so I wanted to just cover it at the end of this video. You'll hear people talking about Team Rhino. Now, even though we're in the Rock and Body team, Team Rhino is the bigger team. So it's John and Rob Molyneux's team, and there's thousands and thousands of people all over the world that are in that. So that's simply what that means. It's like a bigger umbrella team that we're all part of, where we're all connected and we support each other, and we're all part of Team Rhino. So that's cool, and that's what that means. The second thing you'll hear is 825 plus 1, 825 plus 1. And that's a main Juice Plus thing, where every month, if you go to get 825 points, and your sponsor will explain this, and 1 person join your team, and you simply commit to that every single month, you will be amazed at where your business gets to. So I would make sure you understand what that means. Look that up on the Juice Plus site, talk to your sponsor about it, and get your plan in place. And then there's a video that John Hollywatty does that explains how to get to DD and STD within the first couple of months of your business. And I would ask your sponsor to tag you in that, because it's on the Juice Plus Financial Freedom page, and you want to have a little listen to that. But your sponsor's going to help you and explain what points you need to get to DD, what points you need to get to STD, how to do it, how to go about sending people, tagging them, adding them, what words to say, what questions to ask, and you'll just find your own groove of how to build this business for you. But I would stick to the main things, and the most important thing of all time is make sure you have tons and tons of fun. I often say to my team, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right, because being excited, being enthusiastic, having tons of fun is super attractive. People want to know what you're doing if that's how you're being. So just make sure you have tons of fun, because this business is amazing. It's so much fun. It's full of positive, brilliant people, and you can achieve exactly what you want. So if it's a little bit of extra money, you can achieve that a month. If it's a lot more extra money, you can achieve that. If you want to replace your current salary, you can do that. You can do anything that you want, but just make sure that you have a ton of fun along the way. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.